3 everyday carry classics. Thanks for watching. Hello, my friends. This is The Art of Prepping. Thanks for joining me today as we look at 3 classic examples of everyday carry options that people have used for decades, including myself. And so I got thinking about this after I made a recent video talking about modern examples of a practical keyring system. And so I just thought, hey, let's go ahead and revisit the past. Let's do a retro look on EDC. And I really was thinking about the top 3, and the first one came to mind. It was very obvious. It was the Maglite Solitaire. Now, if you remember, it came obviously in the original format in an incandescent bulb that only put out a few lumens. It was still very helpful. It had a very warm yellowish orange type of light. But yeah, it was still something that worked and lasted a long time, a dependable type of setup. But in modern day, you can still get the same classic look in different colors as well, but in an LED format. The actual solitaire LED version is just a little bit longer, but it still has, for the most part, the same form factor as the original. The second option here is something that I think that everybody would have to agree. If you want a very small multi-tool, something that has a small blade and other little things like toothpicks, tweezers, and things like maybe scissors, you can't really go wrong with the Victorinox Classic SD, and the SD stands for screwdriver. And you can get it with or without the screwdriver, so that's up to you. But the Classic, just as in the name, is a classic. It's been around for many decades. I was trying to track that down to see how far it really goes back, but I could only get about 50 so years back, and it was getting hard to kind of search for that information. But it's been around. It's been around quite a long time, longer than I've, older than I am. Let's just say that. And so, of course, there's a lot of other variations of the classic that have come out in the last few decades that you may want to look at. For example, like the Rambler and so forth. But for me, though, I think that the classic SD Victorinox multi-tool is number 2 for sure. And the third one, even though this probably wouldn't get used much, it did for me growing up because I worked around a lot of lifeguards, and the type of work that I did growing up. And I have to say that the Fox 40 Classic, once again, the Fox 40 Classic whistle is a very, very durable whistle. And they have lots of colors now. When I was a kid, though, they didn't have a lot of these colors. I think it was only just 2 or 3 colors. And they've really developed from there. I don't even know how far this goes back, but I know they've been around. They've really been around for at least 20, 25 years minimum. I'm sure they're probably more like 30 years, but this is a great whistle. There are whistles that are a little bit better in form factor in particular, but it's still a classic and works just fine. If you haven't checked out my new ebook, The Art of Prepping, a preparedness review, feel free to check it out on Amazon.com. Thank you for all your support. You guys take care, and I'll catch you later.